Welcome to the Animal Equation, where we decode the untamed world, one species at a time. Today, we journey into the lives of the masked bandit of the night, the raccoon. Beneath the silver glow of the moon, a shadow moves, swift, silent, and cunning. Its eyes glint with intelligence, its nimble fingers pry open secrets hidden in the dark, and its masked face gives nothing away. This is no thief of human legend, but a creature far older, far wilder, the raccoon. Few animals have mastered the art of survival as brilliantly as the raccoon, Procyon loader. Equally at home in ancient forests and sprawling cities, these enigmatic mammals blur the line between wilderness and civilization. But what makes them so adaptable? How does their size shape their survival, and why do they thrive in places where other animals perish? This episode delves deep into the mysteries of the raccoon's physical form and the hidden world it inhabits. From the towering oaks of old-growth forests to the steel labyrinths of urban alleyways, we will explore how size, strength, and sheer cunning allow this creature to reign as one of nature's most successful opportunists. Raccoons are not uniform in size, they are shapeshifters of a sort, their dimensions molded by environment, genetics, and necessity. A typical adult raccoon stretches 16 to 28 inches from nose to rump, compact yet powerful, built for both climbing and stealth. The tail, a signature feature, adds another 8 to 16 inches, acting as a balancing rod for arboreal acrobatics and a visual signal in the dark. Males, known as boars, are the titans of their kind, weighing 12 to 21 pounds on average. Some northern giants, gorged on autumn's bounty, can tip the scales at a staggering 30 pounds or more. Females, known as sows, are lighter, usually 9 to 15 pounds, their smaller frames an advantage when slipping into narrow dens or fleeing predators. In the frostbitten forests of Canada and the northern United States, raccoons grow larger, thick fur and greater bulk conserving precious heat. Southern raccoons, basking in subtropical warmth, remain leaner, their bodies fine-tuned for speed over endurance. Every aspect of a raccoon's physique serves a purpose. Their front paws are miracles of evolution, long, flexible fingers with a tactile sensitivity rivaling primates. Underwater, they become delicate instruments, feeling for crayfish and frogs in the murk. Whiskers on their wrists act as additional sensors, detecting vibrations in darkness. Non-retractable, razor-sharp claws allow them to scale trees with ease, rip open logs, and even unlatch simple gates. The iconic black facial markings may serve multiple purposes, reducing glare from moonlight, disguising their gaze from prey, or even intimidating rivals. Before skyscrapers and streetlights, raccoons ruled the untouched wilderness. Even today, vast populations thrive in nature's last strongholds. Deciduous and mixed woodlands are their ancestral homes, where towering oaks and maples offer hollows for dens. They favor areas near rivers, lakes, and marshes, where food is plentiful and escape routes abound. In the bayous of Louisiana and the wetlands of Florida, raccoons become semi-aquatic hunters, stalking crabs, turtles, and fish with eerie precision. Where humans plant, raccoons reap. Cornfields, orchards, and chicken coops become feasting grounds under the cover of night. When humans carved their cities from the wild, raccoons did not retreat, they adapted. Now, they are shadows in our midst, thriving where wolves and bears have vanished. Attics, chimneys, sewer tunnels, and abandoned cars all become shelters. A single raccoon may have multiple hideouts across a city block. Unlike rural raccoons, urban ones often shorten their nightly routes, learning that garbage cans offer easier meals than hunting. Studies show urban raccoons have larger brain densities than their rural cousins, likely due to the constant problem-solving required in cities. They learn traffic patterns, memorize garbage pickup days, and even teach their young how to open complex latches. To avoid humans, city raccoons become strictly nocturnal, moving under the cloak of darkness like furry phantoms. Wild raccoons face threats from coyotes, bobcats, and owls. Predation keeps their numbers in check. Urban raccoons, however, face fewer natural enemies, leading to overpopulation in some areas. As winters warm, northern raccoons may grow smaller. Meanwhile, expanding cities ensure their dominance in human-altered landscapes. Can humans and raccoons share the night? Understanding their habits is key. Secure trash cans. Raccoons remember food sources for years. Avoid feeding them. Dependency leads to aggression. Respect their space. They were here long before our cities rose. The raccoon is more than a scavenger, it is a master of reinvention, a creature that bends but does not break. Its size shifts with the land, its home ranges from the deepest woods to the darkest alley. It thrives because it learns, because it adapts, because it refuses to vanish. So the next time you glimpse a pair of glowing eyes in the dark, remember, you are not looking at a mere animal. You are witnessing one of nature's greatest survivors, a phantom of the night that has outlasted empires. And if history is any guide, the raccoons will still be here long after our cities have turned to dust. Would you dare to look deeper into their world? Or will you, like so many, simply close the trash can lid and walk away? Raccoons, Persian loader, are among the most adaptable and resourceful mammals in North America. Found in environments ranging from dense forests and swamps to bustling cities and suburbs, these nocturnal omnivores owe much of their survival success to a remarkably diverse and flexible diet. Raccoons are neither strictly carnivorous nor herbivorous, they are true opportunistic omnivores, consuming whatever is readily available, digestible, and nutritious. Let's explore in detail what raccoons eat, how their diet changes with the seasons and environment, and the role of their dietary habits in their broader ecological success. Raccoons are well equipped for a varied diet. They possess sharp incisors and canines for biting and tearing, along with flat molars ideal for grinding plant matter. Their forepaws are exceptionally dexterous, capable of manipulating objects and opening containers, an unusual trait for non-primate mammals. This allows raccoons to handle and inspect food items carefully, a skill that benefits them greatly in both natural and urban settings. Their sense of touch is highly developed, particularly in their paws, which helps them identify edible items even in murky water or dark crevices. Contrary to popular belief, raccoons do not wash their food out of cleanliness, rather, this dipping behavior may enhance tactile sensitivity by wetting their paws. In the wild, a raccoon's diet consists of a broad mixture of plant and animal matter. Their feeding habits are highly influenced by seasonal availability, regional biodiversity, and habitat type. Raccoons consume a wide variety of fruits, especially during the summer and fall. Berries, grapes, cherries, apples, persimmons, and pawpaws are favorites. These foods provide sugars, water, and essential vitamins. In the fall, they also consume acorns, beech nuts, and other hard mast, which are rich in fats and calories, vital for preparing for winter. Raccoons will also eat young plant shoots, corn, and grains when available. In some regions, crops like sweet corn and melons can attract raccoons, sometimes resulting in significant agricultural damage. Insects and other invertebrates are an important protein source, especially in spring and early summer. Earthworms, beetles, crickets, grubs, and caterpillars are commonly eaten. In wetland areas, raccoons forage for crayfish, snails, mussels, and aquatic insects. Their ability to forage in water makes them especially adept at accessing prey that other animals might ignore. Raccoons also consume a range of small animals when the opportunity arises. They may eat frogs, small fish, bird eggs, nestlings, lizards, and rodents. They are skilled climbers, which allows them to raid bird nests in trees. They will also dig up turtle nests and consume the eggs, especially in coastal and wetland areas. Although they rarely actively hunt larger animals, they are proficient scavengers and will consume carrion if they come across it. In urban environments, raccoons have adapted their diet to include human food waste. They scavenge garbage cans, compost bins, dumpsters, and pet food bowls left outside overnight. Items such as bread, meat scraps, pasta, fruits, processed snacks, and even sugary desserts are all fair game to a city raccoon. This easy access to calorie-dense, nutrient-poor food often leads to increased body weight and longer lifespans in urban raccoons, but it also increases their risk for health issues such as obesity and dental problems. Moreover, reliance on human food can lead to increased human-wildlife conflict, especially when raccoons become bold or destructive. A raccoon's diet shifts with the changing seasons to take advantage of the most readily available foods. During spring, raccoons emerge from winter torpor and focus on protein-rich foods to rebuild energy reserves. Earthworms, insects, amphibians, and bird eggs are common springtime meals. During summer, with the growth of vegetation and ripening of fruit, raccoons consume large amounts of berries, soft fruits, and insects. Aquatic prey is also more abundant. During fall, this is the most important feeding season. Raccoons seek high-fat foods such as nuts and seeds to prepare for winter. They build fat reserves to sustain themselves through the colder months. During winter, in colder climates, raccoons reduce their activity and spend long periods in dens. They do not truly hibernate but enter a state of torpor, relying on fat reserves. In milder climates or during warm spells, they may venture out to forage for any available food, including scavenging from human waste. Raccoons display a strategic approach to feeding. They prioritize energy-rich foods when available, especially in the fall. Their ability to digest a wide range of food items gives them an edge in many habitats. Their varied diet also reduces competition with other species, as raccoons can shift their food preferences based on what other animals are consuming. If competition for fruit or invertebrates increases, raccoons may focus more on carrion or human leftovers. This flexibility also contributes to their reproductive success. Well-fed females are more likely to give birth to larger litters and raise more young to independence, especially in urban areas with abundant food. Raccoons play several important roles in the ecosystems they inhabit. Seed dispersers. By consuming fruit and passing the seeds in their droppings, raccoons help with seed dispersal, which supports plant regeneration and biodiversity. Population control. Their consumption of insects and small animals can help regulate those populations. Prey and predator. Raccoons serve as prey for larger predators like coyotes, bobcats, and large birds of prey. As predators themselves, they can influence populations of birds, amphibians, and reptiles. However, in some areas, especially where raccoons have been introduced or populations have grown unnaturally due to human influence, they can negatively affect local wildlife, especially nesting birds and endangered reptiles. As raccoons continue to exploit human-provided food sources, conflicts become more common. Raccoons may raid crops, damage property while seeking food, and pose a threat to pets or poultry. Additionally, raccoons can spread diseases such as rabies and leptospirosis, and their feces may contain parasites like Balasascaris prasinus, a dangerous roundworm. To reduce conflict, people are encouraged to secure garbage, feed pets indoors, and avoid leaving food out where raccoons can access it. Wildlife professionals often use non-lethal methods such as exclusion, deterrence, and habitat modification to manage urban raccoon populations. The raccoon's diet is a fascinating testament to the species' adaptability and resilience. Whether foraging for crayfish in a stream, gorging on autumn acorns, or digging through a suburban trash can, raccoons demonstrate an unmatched ability to take advantage of their environment. This dietary flexibility has made them one of North America's most successful mammals, capable of thriving in ecosystems both wild and human-shaped. Understanding raccoon diets not only helps us appreciate their ecological role but also provides insights into how we can live alongside them more peacefully. As human expansion continues to shape the natural world, raccoons are likely to remain a prominent, and often mischievous, presence, thanks in large part to what they choose to eat. To understand the resilience and survival of this species, one must look at the raccoon's life cycle, which includes several distinct stages: birth, juvenile development, adolescence, adulthood, and eventually, death. Let's explore each stage of the raccoon's life cycle in detail, highlighting the biological changes, survival challenges, and behaviors that define this fascinating animal's journey from newborn to mature adult. The raccoon breeding season typically begins in late winter to early spring, between January and March, though it can vary by region and climate. During this time, male raccoons, boars, seek out females, sows, who are in estrus. Unlike some animals that form long-term pairs, raccoons are polygynous. A male may mate with several females during a single season, while a female usually mates with only one male. After mating, males leave and take no part in raising the offspring. Females, now pregnant, begin searching for a safe and secure den site to give birth. Common nesting locations include hollow trees, rock crevices, abandoned buildings, attics or chimneys in urban settings. The gestation period for a raccoon is approximately 63 to 65 days. Most births occur between April and June, depending on the region. A single litter usually contains 2 to 5 kits, though it can range from 1 to 7. At birth, raccoon kits are blind, deaf, almost completely hairless, and weigh only roughly 2 to 2.5 ounces. During this vulnerable stage, the mother raccoon provides warmth, milk, and protection. Kits are entirely dependent on their mother for survival. The first 3 months of life are critical for raccoon kits. Their developmental timeline includes, at 2 weeks, their eyes begin to open. At 3 weeks, they start to grow fur, and their ears begin functioning. At 5 weeks, kits begin crawling and vocalizing. They can emit a range of sounds like chirps, squeals, and growls. At 6 to 8 weeks, they become more active, playing with siblings and exploring the den. By 8 to 10 weeks, kits are weaned from their mother's milk and start eating solid foods. The mother begins taking them on short foraging trips outside the den, teaching them essential survival skills such as finding food, such as insects, fruits, and small animals, climbing, and avoiding predators. Play behavior among siblings helps develop coordination, strength, and social skills. With adolescence, being from 3 to 6 months of age, raccoon kits become highly curious and begin to explore their environment independently, though they still stay close to their mother. This is a period of rapid learning. They observe and imitate their mother's behaviors, such as opening containers, catching insects or amphibians, locating water sources, and navigating trees and buildings. Adolescents are vulnerable during this phase, facing threats like predators such as coyotes, owls, and foxes, starvation if they fail to find food, disease such as distemper and parasites, human dangers such as vehicles, traps, and toxins. The mother continues to care for her young until late summer or early fall. By 4 to 6 months of age, young raccoons begin to forage alone more often. Dispersal and independence occurs between 6 to 12 months. By autumn, kits are nearly full-grown and begin the process of dispersal, leaving their mother to find their own territories. Dispersal typically occurs between August and November, but in some cases, kits may stay with their mother until early winter, especially in regions with colder climates. Dispersal is essential to reduce competition for resources and avoid inbreeding. Young raccoons must find a reliable food source, a safe den site, territory not already claimed by other raccoons. During this transition to adulthood, many young raccoons perish due to inexperience, lack of resources, or conflict with older raccoons. Raccoons reach sexual maturity at about 10 to 12 months of age, though some females may wait until their second year to successfully reproduce. Once mature, a raccoon's life centers around feeding, reproducing, and surviving environmental threats. Adult raccoons are solitary for most of the year, except during mating season or when mothers are raising offspring. However, in cold climates or urban areas, multiple raccoons may den together during winter months for shared warmth. Raccoons are nocturnal and highly opportunistic, feeding on a wide range of items including fruits, nuts, and grains, insects and small animals, eggs and bird nests, and human food waste. In urban settings, adult raccoons frequently raid trash cans, pet food bowls, and gardens. This adaptability makes them successful survivors but also leads to conflicts with humans. The average life expectancy of a wild raccoon is 2 to 3 years, though they can live up to 5 to 7 years in optimal conditions. In contrast, raccoons in captivity or protected environments can live 10 to 20 years. Common causes of death in the wild include predation, disease such as rabies and distemper, vehicle collisions, starvation, and human trapping or poisoning. Raccoons in their later years often face challenges such as tooth wear, slower reflexes, and increased susceptibility to illness. Despite these risks, their intelligence and problem-solving skills allow them to survive much longer than the average. The raccoon's life cycle plays an important role in the ecosystems it inhabits. Seed dispersal. Raccoons eat fruit and pass undigested seeds, helping plant growth. Pest control. Their diet includes insects and rodents, controlling these populations. Prey. Young and small raccoons serve as food for larger predators. Scavengers. Raccoons clean up carrion and waste, aiding decomposition. However, in some areas, especially where raccoon populations are high, they can negatively impact bird populations by raiding nests or competing with native species for resources. The life cycle of a raccoon is a remarkable journey of transformation, adaptation, and survival. From helpless kits nestled in a den to clever adults navigating forests, swamps, and city streets, raccoons exemplify resilience. Each stage, birth, development, independence, and adulthood, presents its own challenges and learning experiences, shaping raccoons into one of the most successful mammals in North America. By understanding the stages of a raccoon's life, we gain not only appreciation for the species' complexity but also insight into how to coexist with them responsibly. Whether living in the wild or among humans, raccoons are a testament to nature's ability to thrive under pressure, adapt to change, and continue the cycle of life year after year. The raccoon stands as a remarkable symbol of adaptability in an ever-changing world. With its nimble paws, sharp intelligence, and unshakable curiosity, it has learned to thrive in forests, wetlands, farms, and even the heart of our cities. Far from being just a mischievous nighttime visitor, the raccoon is a resilient survivor, an animal that bridges the wild and the urban, the instinctual and the inventive. As we continue to shape the landscapes around us, the raccoon reminds us of nature's ability to persist and adapt. Understanding and respecting this clever creature not only deepens our connection to the natural world but also challenges us to live more thoughtfully within it. Thanks for watching The Animal Equation. If you learned something new today, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who thinks raccoons wash their food. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let us know which wild story we should unravel next. Until next time, stay wild.